Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use blocks. Blocks are the squares that contain information on all of the pages. So right now we're logged into the administrative main page, but you'll see these kinds of things in your own courses if you're a teacher and you're designing the course. So first of all, let's look at how to edit what we've got. This Mad Libs thing has been bugging me for a while. I used it as a test to embed other content, and it's sort of flashy, but it's also kind of annoying. So let's get rid of it. I want to call your attention to this button that says Turn Editing On. It's only there if you have permission to edit the page, but if you do have permission to edit any page, you'll see it always up there at the top. So let's turn editing on. And let's kind of focus in on this Mad Libs block. So you have the title of the block, and now that I've turned editing on, you've got all of these little icons. Now let's zoom out here for a second and just notice that they are all over the place, these little icons. And they're standard through Moodle, so let's get familiar with them here. The eyeball makes this block visible or invisible to other users. So if I was designing this page and I had students in mind, students are going to be looking at it, I could have this block on the side and maybe I'm working on it, but if I turn that off, you see it sort of closes the block. It's not going to be visible to people who use it, who come and view the site. But that's not the same as deleting it, which is where we're headed. The hand holding a pencil or pen, that's how to edit whatever it's next to. In this case, it's in the block, so this is how we would edit the block. And let me click here and show you how I've done that. I got this is embed code that I got at the Mad Libs site, but this is how I made it, and I just copied and pasted that from the site into here. I'll show you how to do that in a later video, but for now I'm just kind of walking you through these icons. X, that's going to delete this little guy, and that's what we're going to do in a minute. But also I just want to show you we could move this left, and it's going to kick it all the way across the page to the left column. See, it moved it over. By default it moved it to the bottom, but we have these up and well, right now it's only an up arrow because it's at the bottom, so I'm going to move it up the column. I could move it back down, but I'm not. I'm going to bring it back up. And if for some strange reason I wanted this at the top of my page on that side, this is how I did it. I could also move it back across to the other column. It's going to take it down to the bottom by default, and you see how I could move it up. But at long last, I'm going to delete this thing by clicking the X. Oh, that felt really good. I don't like that thing. Alright, so here's how we would make a new block. See down at the bottom it says blocks and add. Let me go to the top. If I turn editing off, see that I don't have that option. Only in editing mode. So turn editing on, and I can go down and add a block. From here I can do lots and lots of things. I can add calendar information. What I did for that block was I added a little web block, and that's what I did here. So new HTML block. HTML is the language of web pages. So I'm going to now edit that HTML block. So I'll click here, and I have this empty box. So check this out. I am going to open a new tab. And I'm going to go to Greg Lind CD for Greg Lind Curriculum Designers. And I'm going to click on this video so that I get the embed code. I'm going to click here, make this a small guy, copy that, go back to the page and paste. Call that sample video, save changes. And here you see in a block it has put that video. Now notice the size is a little different, and in this video it has stretched the blocks out, so I'm gonna need to edit this. This may get a little bit hairy. I'm not entirely sure. Here's the width. I'm gonna change that. In fact, go back. I liked the way this one was, so I'm gonna look at how I did this one. 212 by 177. Okay, let's see if I can remember that for 30 seconds. 212 by 177. 212 by 177. And we do that twice. 212 by 177. Save changes. Nice. Okay, everything's back to normal, and they match up good, so I can turn editing off. And this block has no title. This block does. See how it has sample video, but I want to move this one up, so I'll turn editing on, and I'm just gonna move it up by clicking the up arrow until I get it where I want it to be. Turn editing off. See? Okay, I want to turn editing on again and show you how I included that link that says helpful links. And if you want to see how what the text is of it, you can just click on configuration and see that I pasted in the address of the site I wanted to go to. So this is pretty straightforward, the way you control the blocks. Going over to this side, notice you can move them around pretty much any way you like.